is going live.
Okay, so hi everybody
It is
that
live.
are watching this.
Hey guys. Hey, I am very honored here to be joined by my buddy from Bulgaria, and this is Gary G from Gary G Reviews, and also she has a gaming channel, Gary G Gamings. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Alrighty. I'm just going to see if I can't invite some other folks as well. Oops.
If there's any time to join, of course.
Right. Let's see. Try to get Lauren G and Mark. We'll try to get Skin Slip. And who else is again? Spy the Movie Guy. And we'll see if we can't get Allie Walker in here. Okay, so there we go. So, they may or may not jump in. So I guess we're going to be talking about Fallout 4. Now, I know you said you don't really have any experience with the Fallout franchise.
Franchise, yes.
But you did see the E3, is that correct?
Yes, of course, yeah. I watched the trailer, some gameplay footage. I saw how the graphics will be, how the character creation will be, so I have an idea, you can say.
How's it look to you?
It looks interesting, something that I really don't remember playing before. I mean, something similar to that. I can't really compare it to something. It's kind of strange game that reminds me of BioShock or something like that with an open world. It's very interesting.
Okay, have you played Skyrim or Oblivion?
Yes, I've played Skyrim.
Okay, good, good. It's kind of like that because, of course, it's a Bethesda game. Isn't an RPG. It is an RPG. So you have something called you have like something called the specials. Okay, which are basically your attributes. Okay, so special. It's an acronym. Okay, so S is like I think it's strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. That's 7. Get it?
Yeah, sounds very complicated.
Oh, okay. Let me think here. So you're not too familiar, like with RPGs. Typically, you have attributes, which are like strength and luck. They're like they're like stats. You know what I mean? Like your strength statistics. And in the old ways, with with RPGs like Dungeons and Dragons, to determine if you hit something, you have to go by like your like your perception, for example, or your agility. If you want to hit something like with an arrow, you make dice rolls like off camera. Dice rolls is what in the old days with Dungeons and Dragons, you would actually have to roll the dice, right? But here,
So this game is like with an old game RPG mechanics or something?
Well, it kind of has some of the mechanics, I believe, because if you've seen the E3 footage, you go into something called VATS, okay, which is, I think it's, and someone corrected, not corrected me, but like reminded me what it stands for, VATS. It stands for like, I think it's Vault Assisted Targeting System, Vault Tech Assisted Targeting System. So VATS, VATS. Okay, and what that is it kind of, pauses the game. And when that happens, you probably noticed this on the E3, where you have percentages, like you'll see like maybe 50% chance to hit like the arm, 20% chance to hit the head.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
See, that's where the gameplay, the dice roll mechanics kind of come into play. Depending upon your skill, because every time you level up, you get to level up one of your your stats, like one of your specials, like strength, perception, agility. Which this is how it worked in like Morrowind and Oblivion, the one before Skyrim, and how it worked in Fallout 3. And it's typical to typical RPG games, but they're kind of changing it up a bit, where it's kind of like has like a lot of action elements to the game. Okay, but at the same time, it's still I think because you still have the specials, with the the strength and all your attributes, has more RPG elements than Skyrim did. Because when you level up, you put points into your, like I said, strength, perception, charisma. Charisma, you can like charm your way out of fights, and it helps like with dialogue options, bartering. After all, of course, this is a post-apocalyptic world, okay? And so say if you put more points, it's either perception or agility. I have a feeling it's perception though. So the higher your perception is, you have a higher chance, higher percentage to hit like the head or the arm. You can probably shoot even the weapon out of their hands. You could dismember limbs, shoot off their legs, but then they'll still crawl after you if they're still alive, you see? It was cool about that. In Fallout 3, when you go into VATS, everything would pause, right? So, everything is frozen and you see the percentages and everything. In Fallout 4, it's different where they're just moving very, very slowly, you see? So if something's running towards you, if you're taking heavy fire, you can still get hit, but, the bullets are moving slow. You know what I mean? You have some time to kind of plan out where you want to hit them, the head, the arm, the legs, whatever. But the thing is, the percentages can go down. So if something is running towards you and the arm, you say right now the arm is exposed, right? And it's running, the creature or enemy is running at you, you have like an 80% chance to hit his arm. But the more he's moving, because it's moving slow motion, the percentages are going down. Now you have a 70% chance. Now you have a 40% chance, a 30% chance. Now when it goes like behind him, so it's out of range, now you have a 0% chance. Get it?
I totally get it, but when I listen to you, I'm not really sure that is my type of game, because it's even more complicated than I ever
wow.
that I ever thought. I mean, this is not something that really attracts me in a game, because when it's so complicated, it takes a lot of time. And yeah, I have too many games. Of course, I'm going to try it, because I have to have an objective view and opinion on this. But for now, as you explained this to me, I'm not really sure that I will like it a lot, because I'm more of an action game kind of player, you can say.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I mean, it may not be everyone's bag, but who's this? Brendan Henriksen. Hey,
Skin slip.
Oh my God, this is fantastic! And
I don't know why it has me on this account and not my skin slip account. That's weird.
But that's perfectly fine.
It's just weird.
Hey, Brandon, this is Gary G.
Hi, Gary.
Hi. Sorry that I'm not on camera, but it's very late where I am, so I'm not really prepared to film right now.
No worries.
Yeah, it's like midnight for her. But yeah, did you hear any of that, what we were kind of talking about?
No, I was actually talking with my website admin before I even came in here. I haven't seen anything, so I have no idea what's going on. I just showed up. I got an invite and I showed up. I have no idea what's going on.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking about Fallout 4. She has no experience with the Fallout series, but she's a huge big time gamer. So I was just kind of explaining, the mechanics of, Fallout 4 and, with like the old school like RPG games. I know that you're a gamer, right, Brandon?
I have been known to game from a time to time, yes.
Okay.
I'm mostly an old school gamer, but I have played Fallout 3. So not a lot, but
it's still better than my experience with the games.
But you like the Dragon Age Inquisition, though, right?
I've actually never played it.
Well, you haven't played it, okay?
No,
but
I've watched some play of it, so it looks interesting to me. I just haven't picked it up, so.
But you like the Dragon Age, right, Gary? Because you gave it a positive review.
Absolutely. I actually was really divided whether or not I like better The Witcher 3 or Dragon Age Inquisition. And right now I'm pretty stuck on The Witcher 3, so I'm still not sure what to pick, which game to pick, but I can say definitely that Dragon Age Inquisition is a lot easier to navigate it, and to understand where to go, and The Witcher is like, where the heck is Ciri, how I'm supposed to find her right now, and I'm really not so used to how the Witcher 3 works. So we'll see how my opinion will be formed after I play The Witcher 3 more.
I see. Okay. And And see, I mean, if you get games like with Witcher, I'm going to be honest with you, I've never played any of the Witcher games, but especially with Dragon Age Inquisition, I believe in Inquisition you did have the stats like strength, and you know what I'm talking about, right? The strength and you had equipment to kind of augment your attributes. Do you remember that, Gary, with your gear?
Yes, you also can choose whether or not you use light weapons or heavy weapons,
Yeah.
and depending on that, you have to pick your abilities, because you can pick abilities that are very powerful and to be connected with the heavier weapons, and the opposite, you can pick abilities that will help you with the lighter weapons. So yeah, it's a very cool system.
Because I would think if you're familiar with that, you'd be able to get Fallout pretty easy because of the whole attributes thing. Basically, you just want to aim for the parts, with the different percentages. Aim for the parts that you have like a higher chance. Like if you only have like a 14-15% chance to hit the head, you may want to go for a part that's maybe at least at 50% or over to hit.
Oh, hell no. Head or bust. Just keep aiming at the head. Just keep spamming the head. Your percentage goes up. Just keep spamming the head. You'll die a lot, but keep spamming the head. It'll work. Trust me. It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. Let me just tell you.
Well, you kept
This strategy's better.
Oh, man. Is that what you would do, though, Brandon? You would keep aiming for the head, right?
I would hilariously do so, yes.
And
Especially, I would go to creatures that were, like, my level or a little bit lower, and I would just spam at the head to kind of, like, very gradually increase the skill. Takes so long. I stopped playing after a while. I only got about like 40 hours into the game. So.
Only 40. Okay, so you didn't beat it or anything.
Oh god, I was nowhere near beating it. I got to the point where you can choose the thing with Megaton, right?
Oh.
I don't want to spoil it, but the thing with the Megaton choice, and I made a choice that I regret, and so I just wandered the wasteland in repentance. So.
Oh man.
It was hilarious. I was like, well, I can't take anything back. I'm not gonna start over. I'm just gonna do what would I do in this situation, and then I did that. So,
it just like you channeled like Mad Max or something like that.
Yep.
Oh,
exactly.
Well, that's interesting. I can't say anything before I play the game, so maybe it's not so complicated as it sounds.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, Gary, is that you don't have to play it with the VATS. You don't have to play it like the pause. You could play it the same way you would play like Skyrim or like a shooter, like how like with the Call of Duty games and stuff like that. Yeah, you can play it exactly like that and just like run and gun and just start shooting things. Just the same way you would play like your typical shooter game.
So that's great. That's awesome.
So it's your choice. You don't, if it, the VATS thing. I think it's a little bit different with Fallout 3. It kind of almost compels you to use the VATS, and if you try doing the run and gun, it doesn't work so very well. But here they kind of changed it, so so for those people that want to do it the VATS way, where you can pause it and just kind of take your time, so to speak, you can. Or if you just want to play it the same way you would just your typical shooter, you have that option as well. Plus, you still have the option to upgrade. You can literally build up your own settlement, build up your own house, and not only that, there's folks that will kind of inhabit your settlement that you build up. You're basically building a town, and then people will come and live in the town that you have created from scratch.
That's pretty interesting. But what I just thought of, will this game be able to switch between first person and third person, like Skyrim? I think that I saw something like that on the trailers or on the gameplay, but I'm not really sure.
You want to take this one, Brendan?
I don't know anything. Oh, you mean about number 4 or 3?
Well, 4 is like 3.
Oh, I don't know. Is it?
You always played it in the first person?
I've always played in first person, yeah.
But you didn't. You probably didn't know. You can switch it out to the third person. You do have that option.
I had no idea.
Oh man. Okay. I mean, yeah.
Never bothered.
I always played first person.
Spam the head. Spam the head.
Spam the head.
It's a tactic.
but the closer you are, okay, to and even if they're kind of like running towards you, like how it goes into that cutscene as you're, when the bullets are hitting them, it goes into that slow motion thing as they're running at you, from the VATS. You do have a chance that I've noticed that it will. The closer they get, you begin hitting them in the head.
Well, yeah. I mean, the closer someone is to you, the easier it is to, shoot someone in the face with a gun. I'm just saying.
And of course, get the I think it's called the what is it? Bloody mess perk. So
Yes.
everything blows up in a bloody explosion, like their head or their body and stuff like that.
I would just yell, "Your face!" and I would just shoot people in the face repeatedly. Because I'm a dork. I don't know how to play games seriously. I don't know.
Oh.
Well, everybody plays like they want to.
Yeah.
Everybody has their unique style. Like in Sniper Elite 3, where I just love to shoot people in the head, basically.
Yeah, the headshot.
Well, it is called Sniper. I'm just saying. I'd be disappointed if headshots were encouraged.
Yeah, but there's also testicle shots that are very hilarious sometimes.
What kind of shots?
Testicle shots.
Oh God. In your other face.
Oh.
Shoot.
Oh man, yeah. Ouch.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see my last videos where I put some of my greatest shots, you can say, from Sniper Elite 3?
Yeah, was that the one you're in some kind of camouflage thing, and then you have like it's like a third person thing, right? And then you were like sniping people off, and you were wearing like a camouflage outfit, right?
Yeah, I made 3 videos like that. The first one was just a pretty long headshot. The second one was just 2 shots. One guy just basically came out of a shaft, and I just was like, "Oh my God, a guy!" You know. It was super funny because I don't like to play very much when it's everyone against everyone, but there's some very funny situations that can occur when it's when it's everyone against everyone, basically. So that was funny. And then I managed to play what was that called? Take the flag.
Capture the flag.
Yeah, capture the flag. Yeah, yes. And then I had very cool shots overall. So I just filmed the whole thing and then cut the good stuff. And yeah, that was my last video.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I seen that one plus the review. Your Ant-Man review is the other one I saw.
Yeah, I saw Ant-Man like last week, but I just couldn't do anything and make the review earlier. But now, when I'm on vacation, I have several videos filmed, so I will have much to render, you can say.
Right.
And to work on.
Yeah.
And I also, you know what, that movie, Trainwreck, have you heard of it?
I have not. Trainwreck?
Yeah, with Amy Schumer and John Cena, actually.
I've never heard of this movie.
It's a comedy. It's a very popular comedy now.
Trainwreck. Okay, it's out in the theaters already?
Well, I suppose that is out where you are, but not where I am, unfortunately. I have to wait for it like 2 more weeks, which is very uncommon here because in Bulgaria we basically get every movie as soon as it comes out in the US, so I'm not sure what's going on here. Basically, well, probably the movie doesn't have a distributor at this time, I suppose. But it's one of those movies that I am supposed to review right away, but I just can't see it. It's the only good comedy right now. And Pixels, I also haven't seen Pixels yet, but I maybe will go to see it on Tuesday.
Pixels is out already?
Yeah, absolutely, and it's already getting terrible reviews. So we'll see what I think of it.
Yeah, I look forward to your Pixels review. And what's kind of nice about when you review Pixels is kind of like you're reviewing a movie at the same time, but it's also a movie about games, and you're known as a movie reviewer as well as a game reviewer. So now the question is, are you going to put it on your movie reviewing channel or on your gaming channel, or perhaps both?
No, it has to be just on my movie channel because it is a movie after all. And actually, those games that are presented in the movie, I never played that. I'm really not familiar with them. Although I know that they are classic games, but I I'm sure that I was super little when these games were popular, so I didn't have a clue that they exist even. So yeah, I just finding out about most of them.
Probably not born yet when those games came out. Like the pack.
I don't know when are those games were kind of like popular. I have no idea.
Like 80s.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was not here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's see. I get. Another thing we can kind of touch up on is because you did that fantastic video about the possible Xena reboot. And say, Brandon, have you ever seen Xena, or do you like Xena?
Oh, absolutely. Of course I have. Xena was awesome. I watched Xena and Hercules and what was that, something Thieves. God, I only saw a few episodes of that show. The one with Bruce Campbell.
King of Thieves?
Yeah, well, he's like a Toculus or whatever, the King of Thieves.
Autolycus.
Yeah, I only saw a few episodes of it, but I really liked it. It wasn't. I was played at a time when I wasn't watching TV. So yeah. But no, yeah, I'm very familiar with all that. Yeah.
Well, you can always rewatch it on Netflix or something, I suppose.
I saw, yeah. I love Netflix, but yeah. I really enjoyed Hercules. I watched more Hercules than I did Xena, and not because I'm a guy, but because Hercules is a badass. I don't know. I just really liked Hercules growing up. So nothing against Xena, because she had a really great show too. So yeah.
Well, if you watch Xena more, I mean, you will definitely find that Xena is a lot more badass than Hercules. Hercules is, because Hercules is like goody two shoes, which is very good. I mean that he doesn't kind of have the killer instinct because he's not exactly a killer, and in the same time he does things in the way that he always screws himself, and Xena does everything very well. It's very complicated, really, and it's super late here, so I'm so tired. I can't really think right now. Sorry.
Yeah, it's no problem. I think I know what you're going to say, though, because I saw your video. You mentioned something to the effect of, because Hercules is a god, or half-god, I should say, has, all the strength and the power. Xena, as far as we know, is just human, but yet she's able to take out the gods. Remember when you said that on your video?
Yeah, absolutely. I meant that although she is a human, she always finds a way to win, and she finds a way to defeat all the gods and kill them, where Hercules always takes a step back, and he is getting defeated by his ways. I mean, and I totally forgot what else did I say. Sorry. On my video. Oh my god, I'm so tired.
I can imagine. It's probably like, let's see, it's got to be like 1 o'clock nearly where you are.
Yeah, like in 6 minutes.
6 minutes, going to be 1 o'clock in the morning. Wow. But yeah, me too. I don't, I sometimes am up like this late too, because sometimes when I did the streams with Movie Man 2590, which is Jason, he hails from Australia. So you see, when it's like 1 or 2 o'clock here for me, it's like midnight. Not midnight. It's like noon for him, or 1 in the afternoon. We're like about 30.
Absolutely. And I just thought of something. So what I was meaning to say is that in one episode, I think it was the third season of Hercules, Hercules once again did everything in the way that he lost his powers. So he was only a human. And in the and right when he became a human, something happened because he wanted to marry this magical creature. I forgot her exactly what the magical creature was, and she was turned into a human. And Ares tricked him to give up his power so he could have the permission to marry her. So he was a human, and in like the first 5 minutes, he was beaten up completely by ordinary people, and then had to be saved by Xena because he was basically almost beaten to death. So yeah, that happened in like 10 or 5 minutes from where he was just a human. So if not for Xena, oh, I'm sorry, I can't speak right now. If not for Xena, he was going to be very, very dead. So yeah, that was very mm, proof. I mean, that was a big proof that he can deal with anything without his powers. And at the end of the episode, he was given again his powers by Zeus, and of course he kicked everyone's ass where he
Absolutely.
got his powers. That doesn't mean that I don't love Hercules. I just mean that he's more good. He doesn't have evil inside of him, and Xena came from evil. I mean, she
Yeah,
was
she's a
good when she
warlord.
was little, but then something happened. She turned evil, and so she knows evil. So she knows very well how to deal with Ares and with everyone else, and just trick them and be 10 steps ahead of them. So that is the big difference between Xena and Hercules. Also.
Absolutely. And that's the reason why I like Xena as well, because she's got that dark side in her. I mean, I'm always for the Sith Lords. I'm not for the Jedi. So the fact that Xena kills when she has to, and even when she doesn't really have to, I like that. I really dig that about her character. And of course, her pressure point, thing that she can do. I just cut off the flow of blood to your brain. You'll be dead in less than a minute if I don't release it. Now tell me what I need to know. Right?
Oh yeah, that's so awesome.
I love that. I love it.
Little dark there, Xena. Little dark for kids. I'm just saying.
Well, it doesn't have to be for kids at all.
I
So
It was played at a time and marketed to young kids of like 8 to 13. You know, there's nothing wrong with that, mind you. Just trying to make a joke. It's all right.
yeah, that was the first like 2 seasons, and then the show became a lot darker. And by the end of the 6th season, we had a lot more cut off heads, put on the stake, and so on. So Xena became a lot more serious show, and Hercules stayed with turning into a pig kind of episodes. Of course, Xena had a comedy as well, but Hercules kind of went to this very silly
That was the
side.
selling point of Hercules, you know, like that was why Hercules worked the way it worked, because it was funny, you know. Xena wouldn't have worked the same. I think the reason why Xena works for what she works for is because she deals more with like moralistic, good and evil sides of everybody type stuff, and Hercules is more of it's fun, lighthearted comedy type stuff. It's like two sides of it's two different like genres almost, even though they're in the similar setting. Anyway.
Yeah, they actually are in the same setting, but just Xena progressed in a different way than Hercules progressed,
Absolutely.
which is absolutely normal because Hercules is Hercules and Xena is Xena, so it has to have something that will going to differentiate them and in the same time make them both unique in their own way.
And so that they can fit into each other's world when they guest star on each other's show at the same time.
Yeah, that's always awesome to see.
Absolutely, yeah. And of course, but both shows did have that anachronism, I don't know if that's right, anachronistic or anachronism aspect of the show, where you know what I'm talking about. Like there was one episode, I think it was either Xena one or Hercules one, where there was a casino. Okay.
Right.
Now this is okay. A casino during those times. Okay. I mean, they had dice. They had a roulette wheel.
Well, dice are ancient, man. Dice are really ancient. We've found ancient Greek dice. That's a thing. But what you're talking about is what's really common in shows produced by that company. The King of Thieves and a few other shows were all very anachronistic when they did that. Briscoe County Jr. also, that was more Weird West, but the same kind of concept where it's a little anachronistic stuff that makes it kind of charming and different. But yeah, you're right. Like there was a lot of anachronism in that show. So.
Speaking of the Briscoe County Jr., you probably have this as well too, Brandon.
I actually don't have the set. I
You
should.
don't have it?
I don't know why I don't. I just keep putting it off for some reason. Love that show.
Okay. I've only seen like a few here and there, so that's why I'm glad to have it. So.
There's even plot points in that connect to X-Files, which is airing at the same time.
Really?
So, yeah, I mean it's just like these minor things you have to kind of like notice to catch them, but there's like these little things that connect it to other shows. It's kind of cool.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a fun show.
Have you seen this show, Gary? You know this one? It's a Metallica's on the phone behind you. There's Bruce Campbell.
No,
A
I gotta
show
go.
with Bruce
Sorry.
Campbell.
You gotta go?
Oh,
Yeah, I gotta go. Sorry.
Okay.
okay, no problem.
Thanks for
Bye.
letting me come. I have to go bank and all that crap. So.
No problem.
Yeah,
Thank you very much for joining us, Brandon.
yeah,
Anytime.
thank you very much.
Guys,
This time we're going to do it properly with camera and all.
Nice meeting you, Jerry.
Me too. Me too.
Guys, if you do not know who Skin Slip is, please head on over to his channel. That's Brandon. Great guy. You know, he's always on the cathode ray. So, you know, give him a sub. I'm going to be leaving the links down in the script below. So you guys can, you know, subscribe to him. Also be able to subscribe to Gary G. You know, one of my really good buddies on here, and, you know, hails from Bulgaria. I'm kind of giving like a shout out like now, I guess.
Why, thank you very much.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you going to say?
Well, I actually, up to a few years now, I didn't know that Bruce Campbell was as famous as he is because I've only known him from Xena. But I find out now that he's going to do his horror show with Lucy Lawless.
Yes.
What was the name?
Ash versus the Evil Dead. I was about to bring that up.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm super excited to see them both on the screen once again. I'm not so into zombies because I'm going to see basically disgusting stuff all the time, but I'm going to watch the show just because of Lucy and him. It's going to be very, very interesting probably, but I've heard that she is going to play actually the villain, which is not super cool for me, but it's going to be interesting because I heard that she is going to be kind of like a series regular, so we'll see how that goes.
I did not know that she was going to be a villain. I thought she was actually like kind of like going to be a buddy of Ash, you know, which is Bruce Campbell's character. I did not know that. And you read about this, or you just kind of assumed from the trailer?
No. Yesterday I read an article that she is going to be the villain. So.
Oh God. Well,
I'm not so happy about this because I would just want to see them both fighting zombies. But she's going to give him some kind of a hard time, as I read.
they're not exactly zombies though. They're kind of like. Have you ever seen any of the Evil Dead movies, like the Evil Dead, you know, Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness, or, you know, even the remake of it?
Nope, not really my thing. Not really my movies.
Okay, what it is a Book of the Dead called the Necronomicon, and you read some secret passage aloud, of course, and then these demons from, I guess, hell come and they possess people. So it doesn't have to be a corpse necessarily. It can be a person, okay? And then it possesses them, and it's basically they're demons, you know, possessed. Demon-possessed humans is what they are.
So that is the difference.
Yeah.
Between this and zombies.
Yeah, the zombies are just like
mindless corpses.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, I do highly recommend, even though I know the gore thing is not your thing, you may want to give a chance to, you know, the Evil Dead. And of course, you know, the Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn. And then, of course, you know, the third one, Army of Darkness. And then, yeah, you do want to maybe watch the remake as well, called Evil Dead.
Okay, so are they all considered as good movies?
I think they're pretty good. You know, let's see here. I'm going to be quite honest with you. Okay. I started off with Evil Dead 2. Okay. And then, you know, long time ago. Okay. And then, like 2 years ago, I saw the first Evil Dead, the Evil Dead. And I'm going to be quite honest with you, is I think I actually prefer the first Evil Dead a little bit more. And then Army of Darkness, they kind of, you know, Ash, you know, which is Bruce Campbell's character, he gets thrown back into time, into like the Dark Ages, you know, like where's, you know, like sword fightings and stuff like that, like the Xena era type of thing. Maybe not quite Xena, but, you know, it's kind of put in perspective, you know, or like, you know, like Conan or something, but it's not quite Conan, just like the Dark Ages, you know.
Yeah, that sounds super interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and Army of Darkness, and of course, you know, he has a chainsaw like hand because his hand got cut off in the second one, so he has to get a chainsaw and then he puts it where his hand used to be. I think that's why you saw in the trailer, right? He had the chainsaw.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So he has that, you know, when he goes back in time. It's very, very cool. There's, of course, you know, slapstick humor. It's got almost like Ray Harryhausen kind of, what do you call that, stop motion effects, where it's like the claymation, you know, with the skeletons, the Army of the Dead. And, of course, you know, I can't remember if it was Danny Elfman that did the whole score. He might have, but I know he did the March of the Dead. He did that theme song, you know, when the army is. You don't know what I'm talking about yet, but you know, when you go see it, you know, like I said, you know, I do highly do recommend go checking out, you know, the Evil Dead, all of them, you know, the entire trilogy, even including the remake. So I don't know if, you know, if you said you don't really have a collection of Blu-rays, or how many Blu-rays do you have? You have some?
You can say that I only have Avatar on Blu-ray, basically.
Oh.
I don't have like before. I had some stuff that I like to collect, but now I just have so nothing. Basically, I have some VHS movies from before when I was very little, like The Matrix. I mean, before DVDs became a thing in Bulgaria, which was a lot more years later than it was in the US. So I have some VHS tapes and original Avatar Blu-ray, and that is really a gift from a friend from Germany. So I never bought a Blu-ray myself, you can say.
Ah. Oh.
I don't have any place to keep collection like yours. Your collection is just amazing, but I prefer to keep only, you know, to not have so many stuff around, to not have so many, well, you can say things that will just make everything, every space very small. So, yeah, I don't have so many places to keep everything.
Oh, well, have you ever had maybe a desire to want to start up a Blu-ray collection? I mean, you can start off with just like getting like 10 every so often, and then put it in the corner, and you know, like on a shelf. You know, if you have like a bookshelf, you know, and then you can just put it on the bookshelf. You know, that's how I kind of started off. I started off, of course, with the VHS, and then moved up to DVD, and then, but you know, when I got my Blu-rays, okay, I mean, the first Blu-ray I ever got was Kick-Ass, which I absolutely love that movie, by the way. Even the second one. And then, you know, I started off just like what I said, you know, just get like some stuff on the sales that you kind of have an interest in. And then before you know it, you have like 10 and then 20.
Yeah, absolutely. I know what you mean, but I really don't have any space for a bookshelf. And I also just don't have the financial possibility to buy so many Blu-rays because they are expensive and I just don't have. I basically save all my money that I could to buy games because that is my main focus. And like movies, I just like to download and have on my computer, and that's pretty much it. I can't keep them physically.
I gotcha. But which I got to tell you, I think your reviews, both for the movies and the gaming, I think is absolutely fantastic. I got to report, you know, to be quite honest. I like your style of you know, the way you review. It's amazing. You know, it's very raw, very honest and real, and that's the kind of videos I do like to watch. I got to say.
Well, thank you very much. Although I think that I have to improve a lot because, yeah, I do have to.
No, you know, some other people that I think also does great, you know, fantastic reviews is, kind of like a shout out here at this point. You know, like, you know, Toddy Walnuts, Aaron Pin, Parsnip Burger, Angel Tarragon, Allie Walker. If you haven't seen Allie Walker, what the is it? Hey, Angel.
What's up, man?
Like Angel, looks like Angel is on. I got to explain, Angel. The reason why is because, you know, because Gary couldn't join us. You know, I was going to do like a second thing. I'm glad you're here now. Yeah, because Gary cannot do it like later on because 5 hours from now is going to be like 5 o'clock in the morning for her.
Okay.
Yeah, so hi.
Hey.
Hi, Angel.
You going to turn your camera on, Angel?
No, not right now.
Oh, okay. Okay, I gotcha. You're not okay. I gotcha. Yeah, I'm not prepared either. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
kind of
we're going to do this properly next time. Just it's kind of very fast everything now, so
yeah.
we can only do it this way.
Yeah, it's like a last minute thing. Of course, of course.
Exactly. So I think that I will stay for like 10 more minutes, and then I
Right.
have to go.
Understood. Understood. No, I know you said that you have a boyfriend. Is he into the movies and video games as well?
Absolutely. Actually, we met through some site that was
Ah,
about TV shows, and he was searching for Xena, and I was searching for Xena. So that is how we met. I made the Bulgarian forum for Xena, and I invited him to join in. And after that, we exchanged Skypes, and that is how all began. So basically, Xena is what brought us together.
that is incredible. Wow. Wow. And any chance maybe we might see the pair of you guys together to get two different kind of perspectives on a review, whether games or movies?
Well, he understands English, but he's not as far as I am on the knowledge of the language and everything. So he can't really speak English, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, and real quick, I cannot believe I didn't. So, Angel, by the way, this is Gary G. And Gary, this is my good buddy Angel.
Nice to meet you, Angel.
Howdy, nice to meet you too.
Yeah, he is from Phoenix, Arizona. And of course, if you didn't gather it already, Gary G is, of course, from Bulgaria. Just a while ago, too, Angel, you missed him. Brandon, a.k.a. Skinslip, was with us momentarily, and, we were talking a little bit about, oh, God, excuse me, like, Fallout, stuff like that, and we were covering Xena. Yeah, and you're a Xena fan, too, as well, aren't you?
Yep. Yeah, I've got the first 4 seasons on DVD.
Fantastic.
What about the 5th and the 6th season?
Well, I'm kind of saving my money right now for a new television. As soon as I have that, I'll pick up Season 5, and I'm waiting for the Slim Pack version of Season 6 to come out.
Awesome. I so wish that they just re-released everything on Blu-ray. It's going to be amazing if they could just remaster Xena. Is going to be awesome, but unfortunately, I don't think that that's possible in the moment.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, just keep dreaming about it. I mean, I will just keep dreaming about that. Xena in 16:9 aspect ratio is going to be amazing if they could manage that.
Definitely.
Great.
Oh, yeah. Remember, I was also telling you, I think I shared Gary G's video with you about the Xena discussion about the possible reboot.
Yeah, I've yet to watch that myself, but I'm going to.
Oh,
I've been seriously lazy about watching other people's videos right now.
Oh, it's no problem. Okay, but as long as I shared it with you. Basically, do you want to kind of talk a little bit about what you were saying, Gary, since you were here about the possible reboot? The stuff about having Xena in front of the camera and behind the camera, but just not playing as Xena, and which I think is a mistake. Trying to turn this new actress who's going to be Xena, turn her into a Katniss Everdeen, but for TV and all that, which I totally agree it's an absolute mistake.
That is such a disaster. I can't even explain how disappointed I am by that news. And actually, there was another news that broke here in Bulgaria, which was very funny, because I've never read this anywhere on the internet, but a magazine here published that Lucy Lawless is going to come to Bulgaria to film the new seasons of Xena, and they once again are going to use our music, our national traditional music, for the soundtrack of Xena. And this news only came from here, and it's pretty funny because I don't think that that's even possible. I mean, Bulgaria kind of looks like New Zealand, and many Hollywood movies are now filmed here, like Rambo 4, what was that movie with Sylvester Stallone, the last one? Oh boy, The Expendables. Oh my god. How
Expendables.
can I forget The Expendables? Yeah. So
Yeah.
those news were so funny to me, and I don't think that they're even true because right now Lucy Lawless says that nothing is confirmed, and yeah, we basically we don't know nothing. She still could be play. She still could play Xena, and we don't even know if Renee O'Connor is going to return as Gabrielle. So this always kind of like a huge speculation at this point, but the news about Katniss, I mean, that idea is just ridiculous. I mean, you already have a perfect female character with a perfect mind and ways and everything, knowledge, and you want to turn her into this uh, a lot lesser character that is just kind of like every other female character that we are ever seeing. So it's ridiculous, but I'm hoping that none of that is true.
Yeah. What do you? Yeah. What did you want to say?
Well, I heard some news, I think last year, about Charmed being rebooted, and nothing has happened of that yet. And that was going to happen in a country outside of the U.S. So, with the validity of that being what it was, I'm kind of very cautious about this news about Xena.
That's very interesting because my second favorite TV show, I mean, my most second favorite, oh no, sorry, it's so late here. I'm, yeah, the second late, oh no. Oh, sorry. I mean, when I was little, well, not that little, but younger, you can say, my second favorite show was Charmed, and I kind of missed this news. I never heard of that, so I'm very surprised by this. But apparently, it didn't happen, at least not for now. So, but I will be extremely excited if Charmed come back too, especially if they could bring the old cast, or at least some of them. Is going to
Yeah.
be awesome.
With their kids.
There is a petition going on online on Facebook. Now, I'm not on Facebook, but I remember from when I was that there was a Charmed fan page where they have a petition going around to get a movie made.
A movie, like in
Yeah.
theatrical.
Yeah, theatrical movie.
Okay.
That is going to be awesome, but I signed so many Xena petitions. I don't think that is actually doing something. Unfortunately, I will go and sign that too, but I'm not sure that it will do something at all. If the studios want to do something, they just do it. They don't ask us.
True enough.
Yeah, unfortunately. So if they see something that can be created off of Xena, they will probably do it and just don't care about our opinion, basically.
Have a Xena and Charmed crossover. Yeah.
That's going to be very strange because they're both so different, but they're one of those shows that you can watch time and time again and never be sick of them. I mean, today I watched an episode of Xena and it was like I'm watching something that is so amazing and it has so much rewatchability. How was the word? Is that the word? I'm not sure. Yeah, you know when you can watch something 100 times and not get sick of it. The new shows are just like you watch them like fast food, and then you enjoy them for the time being, and then you just forget about what the heck was the episode about, you know. And Xena and Charmed was so timeless and so amazing. The dialogue, the stories, is just like hitting you in the heart every time. Amazing, something that could never be recreated, I think.
And fortunately, you know, those shows came out before the writer's strike. Everything since has just changed the whole playing field.
Just to let you guys know, I have about like a minute or two left because my brother did just come home. Remember I told you we're going to eat out at the boat at the crab legs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I say just continue this when we have more time, when we have the possibility to appear on camera and do this properly. So, yeah.
Makes it more personal, of course, you know, when we're on the camera, of course. And okay.
Yeah, and I want to say to please excuse my English because, as I said, I was working all day and I'm so tired and I'm not sure what I'm saying.
I think your English is just absolutely perfect, in my personal opinion. You know, it's no problem at all.
Well, thank you, but not tonight. I'm so tired that it's hard to just turn into an English-speaking girl in this moment.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And thank you. It's a great honor to have you on, especially at this late hour. I mean, you're coming on at like midnight until like about like 1 o'clock. It's probably like 1:30 now. Very much appreciate that you did this, and it's such an honor. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I mean, you are like the first female to come on to our Google Hangout. You know, and not only that, first time to have, of course, you know, Skin Slip, you know, aka Brandon, to come on here as well is a double honor, and it's always an honor and a pleasure, you know, to you know, be in the presence here of my good buddy here, Angel Tarragon. Same with, you know, with Dean of DVD, and you know, the last one that we did with, you know, Aaron Pinn. Just a great honor. Blu-ray Hoarder, you know, shout out to these guys, you know, and you know, of course, you know, Parsnip Burger, you know, Leroy Green 85, you know, Movie Man 2590. Ali Walker, Ali Novak, Karate Popcorn, God, who else can I? I'm just going down the list, just giving shout-outs to these people who truly, truly, honestly deserve it. I know I'm going to miss some people. Ram's Reviews with Lauren G, that's Lauren G, of course. We've got Killer Nerd 75, that's Mark, of course. How can I forget my very dear, dear, good, close, long-time buddy, also Todd E. Walnuts, guys. I mean, this guy, fantastic, you know, updates with like mini reviews a lot of the times when he does this stuff. Given Up 96, oh dear God, how can we forget about, you know, good old Jordan, and Lylesburg 711, Chris, of course, you know. Yeah.
Wow, you remember so many people. Bravo to you.
Oh, yeah, thank you. And you know, guys, like I said, I'm going to say it again, you know, if you do not know Gary G Reviews, which is Gary, of course, a beautiful Bulgarian female, who also has a second channel. Okay, Gary G Gaming.
Yeah.
She has 2 channels, and she does not have nearly enough subscribers because I think she puts out fantastic work. Not only just the gameplay footage that she puts out. I mean, they're not full LPs, but it's perfectly fine. I mean, they're just like clips and stuff like that, and footage of the stuff that she plays, and of course reviews the games, reviews like a lot of the current movies, I have to say, you know, that comes out into the theater, but sometimes things that maybe recently have come down to DVD and Blu-ray, maybe not so much of the older stuff, but I would absolutely love to see like an older review by you of like some of the older films. Hell, if you ever get around to like the Evil Dead series, would love to, you know, hear your take on it and see your review of that, and your thoughts on the you know, the Ash versus the Evil Dead as well.
Yes, I'm going to try to watch them, definitely. Now, do I have a minute? I just thought of something.
Sure, no, absolutely, go ahead.
You know this movie, The Vacation, that is going to be out now in theaters with Christina Applegate?
Oh, with Christina Applegate. Now I remember seeing a little bit of that trailer. Okay.
Yeah, because you mentioned the old movies, and I tried to watch the first Vacation movie that is like from the 80s, I think, or from the 70s. I'm not sure.
Oh, is that what that is? Is that the National Lampoon's?
Yes, yeah.
That is, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen all of them except for one, and that is Cousin Eddie's Christmas Vacation. And that's an island type thing.
An island.
Yeah, my point was that I wanted to see the old movies before I see the new movie, so I could get a better perspective of how the new movie really is. But I started to watch the first movie, and I honestly was very, very bored, and I just couldn't finish it. So basically, this is not going to be the way I planned. So I'm going to see just the new Vacation now, because if this first movie I can barely even watch it, let alone for the other movies. Maybe, I don't know. But I was extremely bored. So yeah, maybe it's just me.
It's okay, because you're a young whippersnapper, so that's why, of course, you know, the humor might be lost upon you. Of course, you know, I'm, you know, like the 80s humor, I can, you know, that's where I kind of come from. But yeah, no, I completely get that.
Well, I mean that they were just cruising around with the car. They met some black guys. The black guys did something. I forgot what it was. Yeah, they gave them the wrong directions. They went to this other family, and then just speak with each other with the other family. I was just bored. What I can say.
I think what you saw was European Vacation. You want to see National Lampoon's Vacation.
Well, I think it was the very, very first movie. I have to check once again. But I think that it was the first one. Well, I will try.
I can tell you from experience that the first one is when they go to Wally World.
What is Wally World? I always thought Wally World is Walmart.
No,
but I never get to anything. I mean, I kind of stopped watching after they went to this other family. So I don't know if it was that one or other one. But I really have to check. I don't know.
Ah, okay. I've seen the one with the kind of like a lag lamp. You know what I mean? But wait a minute. You know what? No, okay. Oh, never mind. Unless is that a Christmas Story with the leg lamp? That might be a Christmas Story.
Yes.
Okay. And I gotta say, I don't think I've ever seen them fully. Any of the Christmas stuff, or not the Christmas, the vacation films. I might have seen like parts here and there. So I myself have yet to see it. But the parts that I kind of saw is, of course, like I said, me coming from the '80s, I of course did kind of find it kind of funny.
Well, if you can find that very first movie, you can send me a link to it just to see the cover, and then I'm going to be sure whether or not it was the first one I saw or a different one.
Okay, okay.
When you have time, of course, not now.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Well, okay. I think that was that for now.
Okay. Any closing comments for you, Angel? Any closing comments for you, Angel?
I'm good. I'm going to be putting up another video later myself, so.
Okay, and we'll still do our thing when I get back, okay? We'll discuss the Fallout 4. And I just do want to say that if you guys don't know Gary G, all that stuff I just mentioned before, she's got the two channels, Gary G Reviews and Gary G Gamings. Very underrated reviewer and gamer. Please, head on over to Gary's channel. She hails from Bulgaria. Give her some love and show her much love and support. Please give her a sub, spread the word as well, and share all her videos, and just please, I think the world just needs to know of these two channels and kind of support her. And next thing, of course, is I got something from Todd, but is of course Angel Tarragon, my very good friend Angel. Another highly underrated, fantastic friend of mine. He does the vlogs. He's got the mission. I know I mentioned this before, and I sound like a broken record, but that's okay. She has this 500 vlog.
Which I've broken, by the way. I'm not going to be able to do that.
You've broken. I did notice you didn't put anything up for about a few days or so, like a few days. Okay, so you literally were trying to do like every single day.
Yeah.
Can I make a suggestion though? Make one where you cover those 3 days and kind of explain what happened, like to a certain extent. You don't have to go too much full in detail. Just say you were sick or something, and then go into detail, a little bit of detail of what you did those 3 days, and it kind of makes up for it. Get it?
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. So there you can continue with the quest of the 500 vlogs. But not only that, guys, I believe you did mention that in the future you're going to get like a gaming system, and of course build up more of your Blu-ray DVD collections and kind of showcase that and do like an overview and kind of do reviews of these films.
Definitely.
Yeah. Guys, if you don't know Angel Tarragon, you are doing yourselves a very bad disservice, because I mean, he's just very underrated, and like I said, he's just like us guys. Okay, both of these folks are both Angel and Gary G. So please, watch his videos. I know I've given Angel plenty of shout-outs, but I mean, I think he's just a little over 100. He deserves to be in the thousands, as does Gary G, both her gaming channel and her review channel as well. Every time you watch the videos, thumbs it up, because for some reason it does kind of help. And then of course, be sure to share it onto Google and let your friends know about it, and then kind of like infect YouTube with their presence, and then we can get more subscribers. So.
Also, awesome.
Fantastic.
You've given a great speech. Definitely.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Wow.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to say good night, and I think that we have to do this maybe tomorrow or the next day after that with the cameras and everything.
Sure. Contact me tomorrow and do an invite. What time is good for you? Like typically?
Well, it's going to be very different because it's Saturday and I'm going to be free maybe after 2 o'clock my time. I mean 2 o'clock in the afternoon, which I don't know what time is where you are.
Let's calculate. Let's calibrate. Okay, I have 5:31 p.m. Okay, 5:31 p.m. What time is it there for you now?
It's 1:31.
In the morning, guys. So we'll 1:31. So that means when it's 2 o'clock for you in the afternoon, you might have to help me out here, Angel. So 2 o'clock. So let's see.
I don't have a clock in front of me. I'm going to try to calculate it.
Let's see.
I'm bad at math myself, dude.
So hold on. So wait a minute.
So it's like 5 in the afternoon for you.
5 in the afternoon for me. Okay, that's good.
It's 5. No. I mean, right now it's 5 in the afternoon.
Oh,
is that correct?
5:30. Yeah, in the afternoon.
5:30. Okay. So wait a bit. Just a second. I have a clock very near me, so it's going to be easier.
I believe it's an 8-hour difference. I believe it's an 8-hour difference.
Just a second. Okay, so I got the clock.
If it's 2 for you, 2 in the morning.
Yeah, I believe it's an 8-hour difference.
8-hour difference, so that means... Oh, yeah, we're about ready, Sonny. That's my brother.
Yeah, exactly, yes, 8 hours, yes.
So that means, if you said 2 in the afternoon for you is good, so if it's 2 in the afternoon for you...
That would be 6 a.m.
6 a.m. for us? Really?
Yeah, it's too early, but it's no problem because I can do a video later on, like in 5 o'clock or 6 or 7, right? Depending on what time I'm going to be home and what I'm going to be doing at that time.
Okay. Yeah, just send me a link. Maybe, you know what, the time that you just said, but then put 2 hours ahead of that. How's that? And I'll try to get up at 6, 7, 8 o'clock. I'll try to get up at 8 o'clock. Oh, wait a minute. So that means for you, Angel, that's going to be like 6 o'clock, so maybe that won't work either. So hold on. So why don't we do this?
Yeah, I'm sleeping until about noon lately, so...
noon. Okay, well, so that would mean...
It's not really a problem if you do this like in 8 o'clock at night my time, which is going to be like...
That'll be 2 for you, Sam.
Yeah, like
2 o'clock for me in the afternoon?
Okay. In the afternoon, yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. So you send the invite. Oh, no, you know what? I'll send the invite because I just do it at 2 in the afternoon. Okay, this sounds perfect. And apparently it looks like we're going to be doing this with Blu-ray Evan, and we're going to do it with AJ Punk. They're going to come in on us with this. And then anyone else that wants to join. But I really better get going.
Okay, so when I'm ready, I'm just going to write you a message, and from there you can send me the invite.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so if there's anything else, I mean, if there's some kind of a change, I'm going to try to write to you. If I don't write to you, like in 2 or 3 o'clock p.m., maybe I'm going to be busy. But if I can, I will definitely text you, and we can do this.
Grand. Okay, so let's make that happen, and we'll. Yeah. Okay, my friends. I shall speak to you guys on tomorrow. And, well, with you, Angel, I'll see you in a little bit.
Right.
Okay, guys. So thank you guys for watching, and farewell. And you guys want to say your goodbyes?
Till next time, folks.
Till next time, hopefully with video. And thank